Hi, so you're going to watch a small, short video on Alexandria Ocasio Cortez and just the load of nonsense that comes out of this woman. This woman is just not very smart, but the problem is it's gone to her head. This whole congressional seat has gone to her head, and she just can't keep her trap shut. I mean, she's just been a congresswoman for what, a little less than 2 months, and already she's pretty much made a complete sham of not only herself but of the party and the leadership of the party and just the ideas. But I mean, it's quite obvious that they're talking somewhere. There's a room where it's an idea session, and she's in on it, and then she comes out of that room with the idea, but it's not her idea, so she doesn't know when somebody does a follow-up question how to answer it, and she comes up with nonsense. Just listen to this little bit right here.
Yes, it was a big day here at Next News for Alexandria Ocasio Cortez as we continue to travel down the rabbit hole, exposing her insanity and the puppet masters pulling her strings. Got a little clip here. We want to reiterate before the end of the day. Something she said is just so absurd. It's just another stupid burst of nonsense that really needs to be driven home. Okay, Jim Hoft, the Gateway Pundit, he picked up on this, and he says this is the latest burst of nonsense coming from the mouth of the Democrat Ocasio Cortez. Socialist Democrat from New York told the South by Southwest conference in Texas that if you don't have a job, you are left to die. That is what she said. I know we covered this earlier today, but it bears repeating. Okay? Now, he writes that has not been true since forever. But of course, those facts don't apply to insane socialists. This is what she said.
We live in a society where if you don't have a job, you are left to die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, we have a clip from earlier today. We played it on a previous report, but it expands on the full context of what she's trying to say here. So, let's give her the benefit of the doubt, shall we? Let's take a look at the bigger context. Let's not take her out of context and hear what she has to say.
We should not be haunted by the specter of being automated out of work, right? We should not feel nervous about the toll booth collector not having to collect tolls anymore. We should be excited by that. But the reason we're not excited by it is because we live in a society where if you don't have a job, you are left to die. And
okay. Anyway, so a spew of bad ideas coming. It's just, she obviously was in a think tank somewhere, didn't get it right. She just comes out with this idea and then she blurts it out and just makes a total sham of the whole thing. I mean, obviously, she doesn't have it straight. But she's going off with it because she's got this youth and enthusiasm behind her, and basically the mainstream media in the States just love her, googly-eyed and everything. But we know it's not her ideas. Now, most likely, it's her manager, Shakra Bharti, who is really the master behind Ocasio Cortez. He's the one probably giving her ideas, and I mean, she was just a Bart. I mean, it's quite evident that this is all new to her, and she doesn't know how to act, and she does not know how to respond. But is this going on with a lot of people, like say Macron in France and Justin Trudeau here in Canada? Were they plucked and then made to be leaders? Really just figureheads? Now, listen to Justin Trudeau.
If he is happy or satisfied or feeling good about meeting the ethics commissioner. Has the Prime Minister met with the ethics commissioner? And if so, how many times? Very good. Mr. Speaker.
work with the Ethics Commissioner and Conflict of Interest Commission?
Now, for over 4 years now, that's his basic answer. Like, you give him a yes or no or just a numbers answer, and he just goes off in some sort of tangent that he's pleased to do this, pleased to do that. Now, let's continue on.
Any questions she may have. That's what Canadians expect of the Prime Minister, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
This Prime Minister said he would stand up every Wednesday and answer every question that's being asked of every member on this side of the House, and he fails to do it. He's been asked 5 times today, Mr. Speaker, about the Ethics Commissioner. For the sake of my colleagues, I'll ask it again. How many times? 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 And how many times has he met with the Ethics Commissioner?
Canadians expect clarity, they expect consistently, and when asked the same question, I will give the same answer. That's what Canadians expect.
How many times has the Prime Minister communicated with the Ethics Commissioner? Answer the question.
I will give the same answer. I'm happy to work with you.
The same non-answer over and over and over again. And this has been going on for 4 years, over 4 years. Now, obviously, Trudeau knows that he can't really just open up and start answering questions. He's been coached. This is a coaching statement. He's been coached to say this, and he's smart enough, at least, to stick to the coaching lines. He doesn't go off on a tangent like Ocasio Cortez. I mean, it's gotten to her, but he is smart enough. But it is definite that he's getting coaching. He is a puppet, and there's somebody who is pulling his strings, and it would really be good to know who is doing that, because quite evidently these guys are like from cookie cutters. I mean, they're just they're the same. They're the same. It's just that he is smart enough not to open his mouth too much. That's the only difference. And this is why so much corruption, because quite frankly, he probably doesn't even realize that when he was trying to get Wilson Raybould to change her mind, that was some, a criminal act. Never mind an ethics violation. That was a criminal act. And now the same thing is going on with Ocasio Cortez. Her legal are starting to mount. How many ethics and how many campaign violations has she made? And this is why this group is so bad. I mean, first of all, there isn't smart Democrats or social Democrats anymore, because if you were, you would think through your platform and you would know it doesn't work, right? They're just being spoon-fed this, and then they regurgitate it, and it, they're happy to work in front of the cameras while other people are working behind them, giving them what information they need. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we got to keep the pressure on Trudeau. He should really just go back to being a ski instructor and forget about politics. Thank you.